name is Tabisile Mia. I work for an international exchange program where we bring in semester study abroad students from America. Cape Town is geographically designed to segregate the poor from the rich. It will take a very long period of time to sort of change Cape Town, as opposed to Joburg, where everything and everyone was together. If you're my neighbor and you're white, some way, somehow, I have to just deal with that over time. Whereas in Cape Town, there's a geographical spacing between the rich and the poor. Then the poor gets poorer and the rich gets richer. Whereas in Joburg, everyone sort of got the same access to everything after apartheid. So by the time it ended, everyone else there was already on the same pace. Whereas here, there's predominantly colored people. In Joburg, there's mainly black and white. And apartheid, what it did is it put colored people ahead of black people. So here, there's white, colored, then black. So there's a lot more change to work with than just in Johannesburg as a city. You wouldn't call it apartheid exactly, but there is a significant difference between the races. Like, you're black, you're white. It's significant here. You can actually see it. Everywhere you go, it's visible.
My name is Clive van Graan. I feel kind of discriminatory term. It was used in the days of apartheid. I don't see myself as a colored. I see myself as an African. What also happened in America, that they were also coloreds. They were also stereotyped as coloreds. And they changed that name because they also feel that the term colored is discriminatory. It's not. There's no such group as colored. Colored is not a group. The only difference that I've noticed is I have my freedom. That's the most important thing. I feel I can go where I want to go. There's no more restrictions. I don't need to look at billboards and see signs that say whites and non-whites only. It should have been more difficult for me to accept, to change, to have my mindset changed towards the people I hated. I forgave, but I'll never forget, because it has been 40 years of my life that I've been oppressed.
It's still very striking how privileged white people are. White lives have really not changed at all. Though you do see something that you never used to see, which was white people begging it. Because under apartheid, all of those people who find it difficult to make it in a difficult capitalist world were taken care of. And that's a very small group of people. Less in Cape Town than in Johannesburg. It's actually much more mixed than it is in Cape Town. There are far more black people in city centres. That's actually the big change. When I was a little girl, there used to be a curfew, and black people weren't allowed in white areas after 7 o'clock at night or something. Seeing black people and driving cars and going in aeroplanes, I mean, those are all things that from my childhood you would have thought were impossible. Class imitating, running along the race lines is still very much the same, except that some black people have made it, and some people are making a big success. I'm not just talking about black economic empowerment, but they have to have a better education than you get in the black townships.
In the personal realm, the decision making. Choices that we make as individuals, they are still being haunted by apartheid, and this is something that I had to come to a realization of it. Is that what? Yes, I am black. I am black, and yes, he is white, and it is still alive, and it is up to the individual, to be honest, to make that difference. It is up to an individual. It's something that most people don't want to let go, simply because they still feel that that feeling of not liking white. So they just don't want to let go because they feel the whites are doing the same. But the truth of the matter is there are people that are not. And for me, I choose to be that person, the person who's not haunted by that mentality.